Hey guys and gals, what's up? This is DJ Zana here. Hello vapors. So, as you see here, I'm holding two different Cigalikes in my hands. We got the Vuse and we got the Mark 10 XL. Now, what I want to do is a little comparison here. And, granted, the only thing that kind of sucks about the Vuse right now is the store I went to, all they had was the so-called original flavor cartridge that it comes packed with. And it's like your typical tobacco flavor. But it's not like the Virginia tobacco, the Jewel Pods, which I got to try from a friend a while back. Which that was actually pretty good, but this... Okay, I won't dog on it too much. If, you're a newbie, you're just quitting smoking, your taste buds are kind of shit anyways, yeah, original might do the trick for a bit. But, personally, and I actually reviewed these a while back on my channel. Oh. These. We got the Crema. These little bad boys are my preferred flavor, especially when I'm drinking coffee in the morning. Because it's got that kind of cream flavor. Now, although, there is one thing about this I do kind of like on occasion, and that is, bada bing, it just pops off. But problem with that design is when it comes to charging the thing. You see here this little USB dongle? You have to put it in a certain way. It's kind of almost like trying to line up that damn PS2 connector for your keyboard back in the day, or your IBM pin or ADB. Back in the day, back in the 90s and 80s, for your PCs. It's very similar nature to that. Now, let's take a toke of each. Now, granted, cheating a little bit, but this is probably the better of the two. If you're going to quit standard cigarettes, and you're going for a Cigalike kind of deal, I'd either go for the Mark 10s, or if you really want to go fully customizable, blank carts with the Halo G6, which I might pick that up next year and do a review of that for you guys. Another good Cigalike that's actually from an independent company that's not by a big tobacco corp. This is by like RJ Reynolds. I don't know. I think they do like Newports or something like that. Whereas this is by Philip Morris, which the thing is, I think by the Mark 10 XL logo, you can kind of tell it's the same company that makes Marlboro. I don't know how to pronounce that, but very similar to that. Now, the main difference, besides the way that the cartridges go on, it's also the length here. This is actually a few inches shorter than the Vuse. And if you're going for a prop cigarette, or like, you want to do the whole smoking character thing at your convention, especially if it's a hotel that lets you smoke or whatnot, and you decide to have a little bit of a vape party, if you will, or show off your character in full form, like, for instance, like Giovanni from Pokemon, or Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, I think Space Dandy. There's a bunch of anime characters who smoke cigarettes. Sanji is probably most known for that. This is probably the best look-alike you can get. Actually, This is with the covering kind of stripped off a bit, but there you go. Pretty much looks the part. And versus this is what I was carrying around at the last anime convention I went to. Also because my vape was kind of broken at the time. So yeah, this is the tobacco flavor. Granted, this is the first time I've had this flavor, and we'll do another took off this. Yeah, not that good. To be frank, I've never been a fan of tobacco scent or tobacco flavor whatsoever, because my parents smoked for the longest time, and then I smoked a little bit in college before I vaped. And the draw off this with the 4 holes versus your single hole deal, I'd say this has a weaker draw to it than the Mark 10. And then I guess I'll judge the Halo later, but also had to check out the Enjoy King and whatnot. There's tons of different there's a few different Cigalikes I'll try out and review for you guys, on top of the usual mods and stuff. So if y'all want these vape reviews to continue, put that like down in the video. But yeah, between the two, if these are your only 2 choices to vape, and you're in a rush at a convenience store or whatever, and you need your fix, because either, like, let's just say here, your battery's dead and you need to do your fix right then and there, or you might broken, you're waiting for a replacement, you need that fix. In all honesty, I would choose the Mark 10 XLs over the Vuse, personally. Mostly due to the draw you get. And here's the other flaw with the Vuse. After 200 puffs, this thing is no longer usable. It actually has a microchip inside that basically tells it after 200 puffs, nah, you can't use this shit anymore. And even if I put, like, my own e-juice in here, it won't work anymore, regardless. Versus these, I had to kind of burn on these a little bit, but you can go like, pop that off, pop out the O-ring, and then rinse it out, put in your own e-juice in there, and then pop this back on, and then new flavor, and you can keep reusing these as long as you want, or at least until the wick on it burns. So, which I have yet to do on any of these. So, I give the Mark 10s a thumbs up, and the Vuse is kind of in the middle. It's kind of a meh. It's on that middle ground. I've yet to try blue, but I might give that a shot next. So, there's also the Vuse Fob, or the Vuse Vibe, that's supposed to be similar to like an Ego style, pre-filled system that you can't edit. So, yeah, it's basically vaping with DRM. That's what this is. So, if you want to be a little bit more on the free side, I say go and spend a little bit. Actually, the Mark 10s are a bit cheaper. I believe it's like $7.99, or they're about the same price, but for value and ease of use and ease of modding, Mark 10 XL. Now, if you're going for full customizable, and you want to start from scratch day one, and are willing to spend a little bit more money, I'd say the Halo G6 Cigalike is your best bet, because you can buy straight blank cartridges that you put your own e-juice on. So, anyways, peace out, and have a good vaping time.